Y'all are so smart. Oh my goodness. So, first of all, you just unlocked, what'd she say? Speak the truth? Oh man, y'all are so smart. So you brought the brother from Seattle to come and bring the heat early in the morning. And then you brought me here at 9 a.m., which is 6 a.m. in Seattle. So I'm just delirious enough to say some things that maybe I wouldn't say, at 9 a.m. my time. So I'm gonna do that. I want to start with this, and this is on my heart. I grew up in Baptist church, and so sometimes you have kind of what you think you're gonna say, and then in the morning you wake up, and the Lord said, "Hey, brother, I got different plans for you." So Miss Sandy, you inspire me a little bit. I've been doing this work after leaving Starbucks for 7 years with Common Power. And there's certain levels of radicalization that you go through if you're an organizer for a long time. You gotta keep motivating yourself and keep spinning yourself up. I wanna tell you that I was radicalized again when the big beautiful bill passed. The big ugly bill. And there's a lot to be said about that. I'm not going to say it right now, but what I'll tell you, the thing that I carry with me all the time now in my pocket is that this is the largest redistribution of wealth that we have seen. Period. Yes. Unprecedented. Unprecedented. And the thing that I always have, when I promised myself this year after that, when I get a microphone, I'm going to always point to this. That money is being taken from so many of the people that are on the front lines fighting for this country right now. Those people you said are going to be marching with you, the money's being taken from them and given to other people. And we need that money back. The people need that money back. The people on the front lines doing that work need that. We need our money back. But here's the thing. I got ideas, y'all. Okay. So you don't have to figure out what to do with that money on your own. Because I got ideas. I got ideas, and I'm bringing ideas all the way from Seattle to the land of Starbucks and Nordstrom's and Costco and all of these places with ideas. I got ideas. Okay, so here's an idea. We need to fuel this movement with money. How do we get good talent? We have to compete with corporations. So one idea is, let's pay entry-level corporate salaries and benefits to the people doing this work. That's one idea. Okay. And not just any corporate entry-level. I mean like full medical, dental, vision, 401k, up to 5% match, 10% match. 10%? Six? Not 10? I'm not 10. Somebody said 6. Somebody's bidding me down on the 401k match. That's somebody who's responsible. I appreciate that. That person in the back is responsible. I appreciate that. Okay, and let's just like, the Gen Z's work a different way. Let's say unlimited vacation. Let's give people $1,000 for mental health that they can use every year, and $1,000 for professional development. Some people laughing at this. All right, okay. So that's how we bring people. That's our full-time people. Let's do this for part-time people. I'm telling you, I got ideas. She's writing this down. You write this down? Okay. Part-time people. So the part-time people that we bring in for electoral work, okay, that we spin up. There's a lot of capacity coming up this fall. We're already spinning it up right now. We're knocking on doors, talking to people. What if instead of letting them go at the end of the season, we keep them? What if we keep like that? Okay, so what if we keep them? What if we keep them and we continue to develop them and we just have them do a different job? Because the work doesn't stop, it just changes, right? So sometimes we're knocking on doors and saying, you need to vote, and other times we're knocking on doors saying, what do you need? as a member of this community? Do you need access to services? Can we help you find a job? Can we help you find resources? And so those same people that are knocking on doors asking people to do something can now go to those doors and say, here's what we got for you. In the meantime, they can also be a part of education and training, all different kinds of things. But then you maintain these talented people who are probably younger, who have probably got really, really good experience. You keep them in your pipeline. You just change their job. Actually, the entire organization changes with the season. Okay, so that's part-time for folks. How do you find these young people? Okay, how about this? How about a summer program that is a summer internship where people come and they learn about the history of voting rights in America, the history of civil rights in America. It's completely online. And the way you get folks who wouldn't normally be a part of this work into it is that you actually pay them to learn. How about that? That's a good, like that one. Okay. I'm telling you, I got ideas, y'all. I got ideas. You pay them to learn. That's it. Not to do work, but to learn. Because this is your pipeline. This is your future. Let's do that one. Okay? Summer internship. We pay them $1,000 to go do this. Okay. What if people want to leave? Because people don't stay in this work forever. What if people won't want to leave? What if when people left organizations, it was a celebration, not a fight? How do you make that happen? I got an idea. How about when people are ready to leave, you give them a month, 2 months, 3 months. How about you give them 3 months as gratitude for their work? And you say, you know what? I get it, this is not working out anymore. I'm going to give you 3 months of pay to just find out what your next step is. You can stay, you can be in a place, you can come hang out at the office sometimes, keep your email on. We get to still ask you questions about projects you're working on. See, some people, I'm saying this, and some people are like, this is wild. What is he saying? What is this? This is a dream. This is ridiculous. Gratitude program. Did you write that one down, ma'am? Okay. The young lady behind me, she's good. Good, we need that. Okay. These are my ideas. And the reason why I know these are gonna work is because this is what Common Power does. This is what we do. Can you pull up this site? So some people don't actually believe that. So I said that, some people are like, y'all don't do it. This is actually what we do. This is how we built an organization that can sustain and knock on doors every single year in states all over the country. It's because we retain that institutional knowledge. It's because young people, young black and brown people, instead of going to work for a corporation, can work for us. We built that trust with them while they were in college through a program called Action Academy. That 10-week summer internship, we paid them $1,000 to learn. That had 400 applicants this year in a non-presidential year. We had people from 42 states apply for that program and 20 countries around the world, because it's all remote. We have people zooming in from Pakistan in the middle of the night to be a part of this. You can do it. With that money that y'all owe us, remember what I said? Y'all owe us money? You can fund these people. This is my team right here. And this is, more than anything, these people are evidence that this works. Some of these people have been with me in this fight since the very beginning of this organization. And I don't know if any of you have been to Seattle, but if you see these faces in an organization, you will know how strange this is to have this diverse of an organization in a city like Seattle. It's a white city, y'all. It's really white. Here's the most important part of this. Can you leave it on that? I love that picture. I just get all in the feels. The reason why this was proven to be effective, the truest test of it. This was formed in 2018, and we went through COVID and we had to go completely virtual. As you all did the same thing. We all came out of the pandemic, and it was tested for the first time at scale, this model, with hundreds of volunteers. It was tested in Georgia. The one thing that made this feasible in the eyes of the community in Seattle, the organizations in Seattle and around the country, and our donors, is that we were able to prove it out here. This was the first place that we came to in 2022, where we worked multiple days, multiple trips. We sent trips to come knock on doors. We were here 6 times that year. And I don't have to tell you what happened in 2022. You guys are all here. But we spent Thanksgiving here. I spent Thanksgiving here. I got a family and kids at home. I spent Thanksgiving here with some of these young leaders. Because the next day, we had dozens of people flying in and knocking on doors for Africa going on. This model and this organization would not be where it is today without the work that you all were doing here in Georgia that we could plug into, period. Because what we understood about our work and about this country is that Georgia wasn't just like the hottest thing in 2022, it was the trendsetter. What happened in this state told the rest of the country how we could mobilize, how we could work across difference, how we could bring organizations from around the country to fold in, how 2 elected officials from very different backgrounds, your 2 senators, could join forces and build a coalition. Now, I'm not going to talk about how they've been voting. That's another story. But the reality is that y'all did something that nobody thought that you could do. And we need you to do it again. Can you pull up the next chart? We lost in 2024. And I spent months, just like many of you in this room, trying to figure out why. Why did we lose? There are a bunch of different reasons. I think that the biggest reason was economics. But one of the demographics that was affected the most and swung the most, and not just white people, but people from Black and brown communities, were young people. Young voters, amazingly, swung to the right and also did not show up. And it was scary because it's hard to, people don't even know how to reach them today. They're still trying to figure out how to reach young voters. The thing that you all have though, that other people don't have, is that you know how to reach young voters better than anybody else in the country. From voter registration rates to voter share, you all mobilize young people better than anybody else. You set the trend in 2022, and I'm here to ask you to do it again. The most cutting edge outreach techniques, organizational formations, words used to mobilize young people that year need to happen again. This country does not know how to reach young people. People in this city and in this state do it. So my ideas don't matter. Your ideas are the ones that are going to set the trend this year. And I'm here to tell the donors that the ideas are already in this room. The way that we succeed next year is already here in this room. And you just need to listen to them and take a chance. Because we need you. Because Common Power needs you. If we're going to do the work, then we're going to push forward. And you've already done it. Can we get the last one here? this amazing shrunken margin right here in this race. Brand new. Was this a week or two ago? I love this part about how this dude had to win, get a loan himself $750,000. That's ridiculous, man. Wealth is out of control in this country. Shrank that margin by almost double digits. The methods used in this race, the people that led there on the ground, some of those organizers, if you're a donor, you need to look into the people who are behind this race. You need to look into other races that are like this that are coming up. You need to look into the organizations that mobilize in the ways that these organizations did. This is the blueprint for the future. So that's what I came here to say. I came here to tell y'all that y'all are the future and that you were before. And the reason why Common Power is where we are today is because of what you did before. And we're ready to partner with y'all. As long as the donors are ready to take risks. Are you ready?
Yes.
You speaking for the donors, okay. Okay, all right.
We're ready.
We're ready. All right. Thank y'all, appreciate it.